Smaller, everybody can't go.
Let's hear it for the starting five of your Atlanta
So, Brent, as fall turns to winter, the season just getting underway.
Yeah, Kevin, and you kind of feel like, man, we're in it. We are trying to get on the floor and get ourselves to the end of the year. So, yeah, pack your jackets, get your sweats, the full sweatsuits on. We're ready to travel, and we're in the thick of things now.
So the New York starting five, they've got Victor Wembanyama. Stojakovic is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Van Arsdale in at the 2 spot.
Well, the great ones can do this. When Durant gains an advantage inside, you know he's going to score or he's going to get fouled.
And so Durant nails them both. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Curry is inside. Abdul-Rauf covering. Curry's shot is off. And the Hawks with possession. To the paint. Stolen by Jackson. Pass to Van Arsdale. Wembanyama with the bounce pass. Good on the three-point shot.
And how about that quick-fire release from Stojakovic? Just a tremendous shooter. The D has to get up on him, even as the pass is coming his way.
Dumars, the pass to Abdul-Rauf. Left side, Davis. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit, and I asked him, how do you contend with the size and skill of Victor Wembanyama? He said, every night we see this guy do something no one has ever seen before. It's kind of like dealing with the unknown. A whole new kind of player needs new schemes. So we'll see some inventiveness out there on the defensive side tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Dumars. Coming off a stellar performance against Boston. A nice shot by Katie.
From way, way downtown, Durant truly knows no limits.
And here is Curry following the three from Kevin Durant. Here's Wembanyama. Lopez grabs the board. Here's Dumars. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Davis sets a screen. Katie dishes to Davis. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Curry. And the layup's good off the glass.
Now, not just from deep. Steph Curry, one of the best guard finishers around the rim.
The Hawks leading. Outside, Davis. Pass to Abdul-Rauf. To the middle. And there's Katie. That's good on the assist by Davis. And it's 7 points for Kevin Durant. The Knicks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Stojakovic. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Rockets in Houston. Here's Abdul-Rauf. Missed inside. The Knicks trail by 4. Jackson in the corner. There's the triple. Drains the three-pointer.
That is why Triple J is a stretch 5. He doesn't clog the lane. Jaren really helps to space the floor.
Now here's Durant. He has 7. That one good for 2. Durant's got 9 points.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
And now look at the numbers for Jaren Jackson. A very nice season for him last year. And he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot blocker. So it's New York now. They trail by 3. Curry, that's good.
How many times have we seen this? You give Curry an inch, that ball's gone.
Outside, Davis. Pass to Abdul-Rauf. Lopez against Wembanyama. A fader. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And that's one of those indicators that as a 5-man that can stretch out and shoot the 3, there aren't many people that can challenge that shot.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Now Durant after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Durant inside. 9 points in the game so far. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
For a spindly guy, Durant has such great body control. Hard not to foul him when he carves his way in that deep.
That's good from Durant.
One of the things you got to admire about Kevin Durant is his ability just to continue to focus on playing basketball. This guy is a true hooper.
Halliburton's checked in for the Knicks.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now here's Curry. 43 points out last game. Drills it from outside.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Halliburton against Dumars. To the inside. Here's Davis. Rebounded by Jackson. New York's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. A nice shot by Halliburton.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now here's Dumars. Scoreless thus far. Lopez, a screen on Halliburton. 4 on the clock. His first shot coming late. They get the rebound. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Pass to Jackson. Down low. Durant with the steal. Loads it up for Davis. And finished off by Davis.
And when AD takes off from the ground for alley-oops like this one, it really demoralizes the opponent.
Halliburton outside. Inside. Here's Van Arsdale. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Price is checked in for Abdul-Rauf. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Knicks. On defense, New York. Price finds Lopez. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lopez has got his second bucket of the night.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's McCollum. Outside Jackson. Pass to Halliburton. And here is Curry. And the Knicks good for 2.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Now Durant. Lopez outside. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That is his first foul of the game. Lewis checked in for the Hawks. And a switcher also for New York. Mutombo's checked in. Price passes to Lopez. Back to Price. Shot clock at 5. Back to Lopez. And it's sent back by Mutombo.
And this is Mutombo's calling card, using that wide wingspan to just erase shots left and right.
Back to Price. Pass to KD. Unloads from 13. Lewis with the 3. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Now, here is Halliburton. Back to Curry. Halliburton outside. A 3 from Wembanyama. And the rebound goes to Price. And so Price will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They trail by 1. Here's Dumars. Outside for Lewis. Lopez sets a screen for Price. To the paint. Nice move. Lopez, no luck. The Knicks have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Halliburton passes to Curry. Over Durant. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 11 points.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Outside, KD. Lopez, a screen on McCollum. The 3 from KD. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 14.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
New York's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Now here's Curry, 11 points in the game.
And even with good coverage defensively, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. So for the Knicks, Jackson comes in for Victor Wembanyama. And Lauri Markkanen subbed in for Stephen Curry. Dumars with it. Nothing on the board. He takes it in. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Here's McCollum. Outside for Halliburton. There's the lob to the hoop. And it's blocked. And they recover it. McCollum outside. The three-pointer, no good. Atlanta's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Davis. Rebounded by McCollum.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Now, here's Halliburton. Time on the clock. Outside for Jackson. Fires the 3. That's a miss. He's made 1 and missed 1. The Hawks leading. outside Dumars. It's stolen by Mutombo. Dumars against McCollum. Pass to Jackson. Back to McCollum. 50 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Halliburton's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Knicks. It's tipped. Markkanen against Price. McCollum dishes to Markkanen. Yep, it counts. Now it's a three-point New York lead.
And Markkanen really that time going strong.
Atlanta's shooting 47% from the field to start things off. Pass to Davis. That's in, coming off an assist from Price. 6 points for Anthony Davis.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now, here's Halliburton. He's got 6 to shoot. Markkanen in the corner. Stolen by Lewis. And here's Davis for 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Knicks. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Right back after this break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for New York.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Turkoglu. Jackson is out there with Mutombo. Then there's McCollum, and it's Halliburton in at the point. Now Turkoglu following the three-point attempt by Mark Price. Now here's McCollum. Still yet to score. Here's Mutombo.
And now a moment to see the stats for White. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 15 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
And he has really settled into this role. For some guys, maybe him, they'd rather come off the bench and do their damage.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Curry's checked in for Turkoglu. And it's Bogues in for McCollum. Lewis. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Davis. No good on the shot. Some solid defense there from Jackson. New York's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick and roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Now here's White, following the miss by Dikembe Mutombo. There's the pick. Here's Price. Good, nice job down low. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. Price finds Davis. The Hawks working the ball around. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. White. No good there off the double clutch. The Knicks with the lead. Bogues the pass to Mutombo. And the shot is good. Mutombo's got his second basket of the game.
And this team encourages Mutombo to take those shots, knowing how efficient he can be inside.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Hawks making a change here. Abdul Rauf is checked in. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Victor Wembanyama, number 1. Anthony Davis, 3rd.
And when either of those guys are on the floor, that low post defense is immediately something their teammates don't have to worry about. That's a very comforting feeling.
Now Price. For the 3. Hands it from downtown. Price has got it all tied up now for Atlanta.
And with Price, you not only get the range, you get the consistency. One of the league's most accurate shooters.
Halliburton passes to Mutombo. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Mutombo's got 6.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Abdul Rauf against McCollum. Abdul Rauf, the pass to Lewis. 5 to shoot. Pass to Davis over Jackson. And Davis can't get it to go.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Now here's McCollum. Hasn't made one yet. To the inside. Here's Mutombo, and the layup is good. Mutombo's got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Abdul Rauf against McCollum. The shot by Abdul Rauf is no good. The Knicks have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Mutombo sets a screen. Halliburton against Price. Halliburton passes to Van Arsdale. Puts it up from 17. And that one comes up a bit short.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now, here is Halliburton. 6 points for him. Pass to McCollum. Jackson set the pick here for McCollum. No good on the triple. The Hawks trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Abdul Rauf, and it's sent back by Mutombo. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Atlanta making some changes. Durant's checked in for Lewis. And it's Dumars in for Mark Price. Then for the Knicks, Stojakovic comes in for McCollum. And Stephen Curry is subbed in for Halliburton. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Davis against Jackson. Davis, the pass to Abdul Rauf for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And if you had to point to one problem in that game, it was their rebounding. Flat out terrible.
I think you can be a little bit rattled when you lose the physical battle as badly as they did in that game. That can be tough to shake off. So it's a matter of getting over those doubts and finding yourself again.
Moves back up. That shot missing. Mutombo with some nice D. The Knicks leading by 4. And here's Stojakovic. 14 points from him the last game against the Rockets in Houston. It's Curry outside. Atlanta with the rebound. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Abdul Rauf kicks to KD. There's the 3. There's the triple from Durant.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Back to Curry. Shoots the 3. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
Pass to Dumars. Lets the 3 fly. Got a hand on it. Here's Van Arsdale, covered by Dumars. Here's Van Arsdale. Outside Curry. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Sigma. Sigma's got his 6th rebound on the night. Davis dishes to Dumars. Back to Davis. It's rebounded by New York.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Curry can't get it to go. The Hawks trail by 4. To the middle. Here's Sigma. And it's sent back by Mutombo. Pass to Jackson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Joe Dumars.
You know, and the length of Stojakovic causes problems for the defense. He's excellent at forcing the issue and getting you to foul it.
Free throw good, Stojakovic. Mark Price, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. And New York with a change here, too. Yao checked in for Jackson. And both free throws good from Stojakovic.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Pass to Abdul Rauf. They get a hand on it. Here's Van Arsdale. New York, no good that time either. The Hawks trail by 6. Here's Dumars. Rauf kicks to Dumars. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the 3-point lane.
Pass to Yao. Yao draws the double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Mutombo kicks to Stojakovic. Clock at 6. Mutombo is screen on Dumars. Buries the long-range jumper. Stojakovic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Knicks.
And there's that dead-eye shooting of Stojakovic, especially potent from outside the arc.
Outside, KD. That's good, and it's Price with the assist. Price has got 3 assists now in this one.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Here's Yao. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And this is where you feed Yao because almost no one is going to be able to block it.
Outside Dumars. Here is Sigma, defended by Yao. Dumars against Stojakovic. Dumars misses.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jump.
Van Arsdale, good.
So much talk about Steph's scoring ability, but he's also a great facilitator.
And here's Price. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a 10-point game. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They really focused on getting good looks.
It looked like the directive in that game was that they wanted to attack, and all that work that they put in on the perimeter turned into a big night from deep. This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Curry is inside. Working on Price. Curry getting it done inside.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Pass to Price. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. They're running. Shots good by Stojakovic. Stojakovic has got 7 now in this quarter.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Here is Sigma. Outside, KD. To halt the run. Good work defensively by Yao.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Curry can't get it to go. Here's KD. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. And so it's New York up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Here with Tom Thibodeau. Coach, what has gone well for your team in the first half?
Started making plays, you know, play unselfishly, force the defense to shift, attack, get downhill, then make a play.
You guys followed the instructions to the letter. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Give it up for the participants.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the New York Knicks.
They've had a lot of success in transition, running for their lives like a turkey in November. Bark, bark, bark.
I don't know that that's a great comparison or a good turkey sound effect. Neither is that. All right, let's turn now to take a look at how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
Taking a look at New York, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Dumars is out there with Abdul Rauf. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Durant. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. That's good from Jackson.
And you love how Jackson Jr. has responded to setbacks and injury in his career. He doesn't get discouraged, just makes him work harder.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Dumars kicks to Davis. Dumars a screen on Jackson. Back to Dumars. Here's Van Arsdale, covered by Dumars. Durant against Wembanyama. Pass to Stojakovic. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Down low, here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Durant, no good. The Knicks leading by 15. No one near Curry as he lets it go. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Wembanyama has got 3 assists in the game. Lopez outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And it's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
And for a 7-footer, Brook Lopez is pretty versatile. You get all the defensive impact you'd expect, but he can also consistently score on all 3 levels.
And he makes the first.
Now, big and bad and reliable. Those are 3 great traits that Brook Lopez brings to the table.
Lopez hits them both. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. To the inside, Stojakovic. Rebound by the Hawks. Lopez has got his 6th rebound on the night. Abdul Rauf against Curry. Dumars with it. Pass to Abdul Rauf from outside the arc. Wembanyama with the rebound. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game, for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Wembanyama.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Hawks trail by 18. Outside Durant. Dumars, the pass to Abdul Rauf. To the paint. Durant kicks to Lopez. Durant trying to break free. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Jackson dishes to Stojakovic. Tries it from the top of the key. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Here's Durant, and the rejection by Wembanyama.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Outside Jackson. Curry against Abdul Rauf. Wembanyama, a screen on Abdul Rauf. Shot clock at 6. Here's Van Arsdale. New York, no good that time either. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Atlanta. Pass to Dumars. Hawks passing it around. A fadeaway, and Davis with the basket on the assist from Lopez. And it's 8 points for Anthony Davis. Curry against Abdul Rauf. Back to Curry. Wembanyama, right side. With the teardrop, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
Wembanyama against Davis. Back to KD. The kick out to Dumars. Action coming off the assist from KD. Dumars got 5.
Just a tremendous all-around player. Dumars at times showing us the deep range.
Curry outside. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Davis with it. Guarded now by Jackson. It's stolen by Curry. Puts up a deep 3. New York, no good that time either.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Now, here's Dumars. 5 points in the game. Curry against Dumars to stop the drought. What a deep shot from Steph Curry.
Well, he's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. Second, the Knicks. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
So many second chance opportunities for both of these clubs a season ago, and they really took advantage.
The Hawks trail by 14. Dumars the pass to KD. Here's Abdul Rauf. Pass to Dumars. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Van Arsdale's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Curry with it. Takes the 3. Rebound, Atlanta. Lopez has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Dumars. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Dumars got 5 points in the quarter.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
Pass to Curry. Wembanyama sets a screen for Curry. From beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 28 points for the game.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
KD against Stojakovic, and the basket is good.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
New York leading by 13. Pass to Stojakovic. On its way from Curry for 2. It's good from the top of the key. And that's now 30 points for Stephen Curry.
Just another day at the office for Steph Curry, making this look easy.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Still scoreless. Over Curry. The shot by Abdul Rauf is no good. The Knicks shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Pass to Curry. Back to Stojakovic. Stolen by Dumars. Here's Abdul Rauf. Guarded by Curry. Shots good by Abdul Rauf. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Mark Price is checked in for Atlanta. Halliburton's checked in for New York. The Knicks leading by 13. Outside Jackson. Back to Curry. It's tipped. Price against Curry. Price dishes to Dumars. Over Halliburton. The rebound by Halliburton. And the Knicks with possession. They led by as many as 18 points. Pass to Jackson. Wembanyama looking it over. Curry, good.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Curry against Price. Outside, KD. Price at the elbow. 6 on the shot clock. The shot from the low post is good. Price has got 7 points.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Halliburton against Dumars. And again, New York turns it over. Here's a look at some of the stats for Jaren Jackson. The Hawks trail by 13. Outside Dumars. Over Halliburton. And the shot falls short this time. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for New York. And Davis sends it back.
No surprise why AD has led the league in blocks before.
Price kicks to Dumars. KD on the wing. Defended by Stojakovic. Here's Durant. Muscling it in. Kevin Durant. New York leading by 11. Now here's Curry. He's got 32. Connects from three-point range. Curry's got 16 here in the second half.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Here's Dumars. Rejected by Halliburton.
That's just a tremendous defensive effort from Halliburton.
Just 5 to shoot. Durant drawing the double team. For 3, Price. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got 6 rebounds in the game. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Curry's got 38 points. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
The other part about tonight, you got to give credit to the coaching staff. They came in here with a great game plan, defensively locked in. They were ready for the sets. They jumped in passing lanes. They came away with steals. I mean, they anticipated just about everything.
Here's Stojakovic following the basket by Mark Price. Now Stojakovic, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his second trip to the line in this one. First free throw is good. And the Hawks making a change here. Second free throw, no good.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Here's Price. And the rejection by Wembanyama. White bounce pass. And that one is good.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Halliburton outside. Back to Curry. Rebound, Atlanta. Well, Greg, they're making a valiant effort to come all the way back. Wow.
And they need to take care of the basketball. Plenty of time. No need to force anything.
And it's Price missing. New York shooting 44% on their field goal attempts in quarter three. And the shot goes in. Wembanyama's got 6.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
And here's Price from beyond the arc. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Knicks lead by 16. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Now is out there with Mutombo. Then there's Stojakovic. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Van Arsdale in at the shooting guard position.
You know, for what Abdul Rauf lacks in size, he more than makes up for it with speed, ball handling, and the ability to score at all 3 levels.
That's good from Abdul Rauf. Both free throws good from Abdul Rauf.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Price against Halliburton. Yao with a screen on Price. Halliburton for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Sikma's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Looking to end his cold spell. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Stojakovic. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
At the line for the Knicks, Peja Stojakovic. 1 shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Free throw good, Stojakovic. The Hawks trail by 17. And here's Price. Pass to Dumars. Here he goes. Yao with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Ming makes defensively, using that huge reach to block or alter shots.
Here's Van Arsdale. Halliburton a screen on Abdul Rauf. Inside, deflects the pass. Just 3 to shoot. To the left wing. To the middle. Here's Yao. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And guys, it's just so difficult to stop Yao. His size and strength let him go right through that contact.
Yao Ming at the line for one.
One shot.
Every team eventually goes through a coaching change, Brent, and how jarring is that when it happens, for instance, in midseason?
Well, Kevin, it can be pretty devastating for some teams, but for other teams, that change could be refreshing. And a lot of times, if the coach has had a longer tenure with the team, you can feel like a fish out of water with a new voice coming in.
And so here is New York, following the miss by Mark Price. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Friday, they'll head out on the road to face the Pistons in Detroit. And then on Saturday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
The first one falls.
And Halliburton, a guy you just continue to see grow game by game, an exceptional talent and a great mind.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
So valuable to this team. Halliburton gives them whatever they need when they need it. This guy is both patient and prolific.
His first, team second. Mark Price, 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
Here's Van Arsdale. Mutombo passes to Yao. Halliburton outside. New York, no good that time either. The Hawks trail by 19. Lewis outside. And here's Price from beyond the arc. Rebound by Yao.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
Price with the ball. Halliburton picks him up, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And this is the type of pressure Lewis puts on defenses, skilled at drawing contact on the shot.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, Rashard Lewis, a true shooter. He knows his game so well and really focuses on finding buckets for his team.
and he can't hit the second. The Knicks leading by 18. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And the Knicks miss again.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
It's deflected. Stolen by Stojakovic. Van Arsdale, the pass to Yao. Now, here is Stojakovic. Lewis covering. Stojakovic against Lewis. And it's Stojakovic missing. The Hawks trail by 18. On the wing, Dumars. Pass to Abdul Rauf. From downtown. It's hauled in by Stojakovic.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Hawks have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. To the paint, here's Sigma, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Yao Ming.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. The Hawks making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Wembanyama is checked in. So he gets them both. Here's Halliburton. Wembanyama outside. Halliburton against Price. Mutombo sets a screen. Bounce pass, Halliburton. And it's Dikembe with the jam. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Abdul Rauf. 6 to shoot. Wing shot on the way. It's rebounded by New York. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Now, here's Price. High post Lopez. Pass to Dumars. Lopez, a screen on Stojakovic. Back to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Knowing his role, setting a good pick, and getting into a good spot for that attempt. Lopez, such a smart player.
And Wembanyama outside. Here's Van Arsdale. Good work there as it goes. And the Knicks lead by 18.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Price, there's the drive. Count it, good. Price has got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Back to Halliburton. Mutombo is screen on Price. And the basket by Mutombo.
This is just good point guard fundamentals from Tyrese Halliburton, going to the pick and roll to create a bunch of options.
Price with the ball. Pass to Sigma. Now Dumars lets it go from deep. Nailed from three-point land.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but it feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Here's Van Arsdale. Now, here's Halliburton. Plays it up and banks it in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Price dishes to Lopez. Price against Halliburton. Outside Dumars. No good from outside.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Pass to Mutombo. Back to Wembanyama. Now Halliburton. He's defended by Price. Shoots it. And it's Halliburton missing.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Price kicks to Lopez. Here's the floater. And Price lays it in. 15 points for Mark Price.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Anthony Davis is checked in for Atlanta. Durant comes in for Mark Price. Then for the Knicks, Jackson, he's checked in for Mutombo. And Curry subbed in for Halliburton. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. Now, Coach told his team, we're up. Take care of the ball. Don't give them the game. Playing smart basketball will clinch a victory for us. Guys?
Thanks, David. Van Arsdale can't get it to go. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Hawks. Down by 15. In close, Durant gets the bucket.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
Outside Jackson. Back to Curry. Curry always finds a way. This time inside.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
Down low, here's Durant. Good defense by Wembanyama.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Now Dumars after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Shots good by Abdul Rauf.
And just an excellent setup. Joe Dumars just plays with such poise and intelligence, the quintessential combo guard.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Jackson. Now Wembanyama. New York moving the ball around. Three-pointers to Jakovic. Abdul Rauf with the rebound. Abdul Rauf got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Out left to the wing. Outside Dumars. Lopez a screen. Over Wembanyama. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Now we've seen Lopez be more and more assertive in looking for his shot, which in turn draws the defense's attention to him.
2 shots.
That one is off. And he sinks the second. The Knicks leading by 11. Here's Curry. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Pass to Davis. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. New York shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Outside Jackson. Here's Curry. Back to Jackson. Curry against Abdul Rauf. With the floater, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
How about the focus? Steph going on the inside, has great numbers as a finisher. That's
good from Stephen Curry. 1:43 left to play here in the fourth. KD against Jakovic. shot is good.
Well, we know KD can carry the load offensively any night. We see a little stat padding here.
New York leading by 12. Victor Wembanyama. And that is the kind of big-time shot that can really deflate a crowd.
And did he ever do that? Sound level right now, 0 in this arena.
Lopez, a screen on Stojakovic. Here's KD. The 15-footer. Good. Durant's got 6 in the quarter.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Knicks.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Stephen Curry.
And so many times on the defensive end, showed off those quick mitts, jumped all over the opposition and swiped the ball away a number of times.
Taking 2 shots.
And so Durant nails them both.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
Here's McCollum. And it's sent back by White. And he gets it back. McCollum passes to Markkanen. No good with the triple. And so White will bring it up for the Hawks. Here's Sigma. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2